you experience that certain feeling walking out of the movie theater after watching a film? You basically feel like a new person and you can't get over certain parts of the movie. You're still not over that unexpected twist that happened in the end, or you're not over that death of a beloved character. Trust me, I know how that feels from experience. Today I'm going to discuss with you all the brilliant film that is called Parasite. Parasite, directed by Bong Joon-ho, it revolves around the poverty and discrimination between the poor and wealthy families. I'm going to talk about why it deserved its win at the Oscars for Best Picture and why it's the best film in 2019. Now, you may all be thinking, Little Woman deserved to win, or maybe even The Joker deserved to win. But nonetheless, not only can watching movies become a favorite pastime for someone and not only bring people together, this film created history. Parasite is the first foreign language film to win Best Picture at the Oscars, and this win creates a door for other foreign films to gain attention and respect at award shows. So to start us off, let's take a look into what Parasite is really about. To begin, we will dive deeper into the meaning and message of Parasite that Bong Joon-ho wanted to make across to his audience and how he executed it. In the beginning of the film, we are introduced to the Kim family, and we can obviously see that they are very poor because of how they take up folding pizza boxes as a job to get some sort of income. Ki-woo, son of the Park family, is met with a job offer to tutor the daughter of the wealthy Park family. This is the moment that creates the spiral of events for the film, when we watch the Kim family continuously lie their way into working for the Parks. Rachel Zime discusses more into no matter what the Kim family does, they're going to be stuck in poverty and in the same position that they were in the beginning of the film, in her article called Outclass. Bong Joon spends the rest of the film showing why they will never succeed, that however ingenious their scheme, they don't stand a chance against larger systems of inequality and oppression. It will require total and complete revolution, a realization we rarely see represented on screen. Also, Alex Jung goes on to discuss the harsh reality about poverty and wealth in his article called Bong Joon-ho versus Late-Stage Capitalism by saying, in Parasite, the scam ultimately reveals something new and insidious, that wealth is always built upon poverty and that the two are locked in a constant struggle. The poor wish to be rich, and in order for someone to be rich, someone must be poor. As we move on, we'll discuss how the humor in this movie was executed and represented well. Besides Parasite being such a serious film on such a serious topic, the film is the perfect amount of humor in it. But could all those funny moments represent something more? Nick Davis, in his article, Best Films of 2019, goes on to talk about Parasite and the reactions that it got from its audience. The fearsome machine that is Parasite keeps rotating, flaunting different faces of its argument and intricacies of its engineering, somehow coaxing us toward frequent cheers or laughs, despite its devastating diagnosis. In the article A House Divided, the author Amy Tubman also touches on the subject of the comedic parts of this film and what underlying meanings could be underneath it all, by saying, while the ingenuity of the family members and the affection and encouragement they give one another in the opening suggests a comedy, there are already signs that their good humor is strained by frustration about being out of work and living in squalor. Finally, some of the audience members watching this film may relate to the characters in the movie in certain ways, and not only did it talk about poverty and discrimination between classes, we shall take a look into that now. A reason why this movie was loved by so many was that because it was relatable in some ways and hits on the topic of global warming as well. Throughout the movie, we are introduced to each character of the Park family. We see how each member in the family is sweet. We see how they treat the Kims while they work for them. So how could you possibly hate them? That is until a horrible storm happens that attacks Seoul, Korea, where the movie takes place. Robert Kohler talks about this particular part of the movie and the events it causes afterwards in his article called Parasite. The weather changes everything, including a total flooding of the Kims' already disgusting home. Like millions around the world in our early pause of what may become known as the climate crisis era, the Kims become climate refugees, having to scramble to find suitable secondhand clothes to attend Little Da Song's backyard birthday party. Kohler goes on to discuss how the Parks even get affected by the storm, showing how no one can escape global warming. But unlike the Kims, they easily get back onto their feet. Today we discuss the film Parasite and some reasons why it got its Oscar at Best Picture and what makes it the best film in 2019. First, the overall message of the film. Second, the usage of humor used in the film. And finally, how the audience can relate to the film and the topic of global warming and climate change. If you all are curious on how this film plays out and are quite interested in the movie, hopefully you all consider watching it then. There are many TV networks and channels streaming the movie where you can rent the movie or watch it for free somehow. Maybe you will see the beauty of the film that I see, and maybe you can interpret the movie in your own way as well. Hey guys, give this movie a chance. Why wouldn't you want to watch the best film of 2019 and say that you watched the best Oscar award winning film of 2019? You may all be thinking you don't want to watch this movie because it's in a different language and you have to read subtitles. Everyone needs to start being more open to the fact that other languages exist and normalize the language should be no barrier for someone to enjoy something. Parasite's win as Best Picture at the Oscar is the biggest triumph for a foreign movie as of now. This win hopefully will start more marketing for foreign films and gives other foreign films more opportunities like Parasite did.